Okay, we're back and ready to have a wonderful day with our wonderful people from the Great Wisconsin Quilt Show.
Welcome.
Myself, Linda, and Mary, and I might
Mhm.
get my daughter Debbie to come in here in a minute or two to give you some really good prizes. We are going to have a wonderful day. We're into 4 segments, just so you know. It might get a little noisy in here, and the only reason it is because next door we have another booth. Our big video studio is now turned into 2, and we have a Notions booth right next door of LindaZ's Brewer Notions book. What we're going to do in the first segment is talk about these beautiful new machines, but before we do, I have some other announcements. And we have a guest speaker that is going to come in. We're just so thrilled to have her, but I'm not going to tell you who yet. So let's start by telling you about our gifts. We have from Bernina a wonderful new sewing machine, not the serger.
Right. Oh, it would be great.
That we are going to be able to give free to some lucky person that has signed up for our door prizes. It will be given away next week. We will put it probably live on our Facebook, or you'll hear about it. We'll definitely put it out for you. But in the meantime, get your name in because you're going to be have an opportunity to get a free sewing machine. It's better than the lottery. You're right. The odds are really, really
If
cool.
they've already entered, they don't need to re-enter their names. They're already in it.
Right. So you don't have to enter again, like Mary said. Now, I have 4 big prizes that we're going to give because we have a half-hour section for each of our things that we're going to do today. And we're going to give a nice big prize in each one. We're going to, at the end of this, there's some Bernina bags, there's rulers, pens, this over $100 book for serging.
That's an awesome book.
The Lizzie Albright is a new book that Ricky Timms. And when is he going to be here? April? Anybody know? It's on our website. We had to postpone him due to COVID, but he is going to be here, and we're real excited about it. So some really wonderful things that we're going to give. Now, I really want to talk about the coupons that we have going on. During the show, we have, and right behind Mary, you see all these wonderful feet on this wonderful tree. And it's our regular Madison discount that we're giving. And all you have to do, and you have to do it in a separate order. This has to be just one order. You can't combine 2 coupons in the same order. And it's called Mad 40. We have another coupon for our Notions booth next door, and it's called Mad 30. And actually, that book is in the Mad 30 coupon. That means, I know.
Oh, awesome.
Well, you're going to get it.
I know.
I'll tell you how she's going to get it in a moment. So there's some really wonderful things that I do want to talk about. We've got 60 months financing. Lots of things are going to be coming up. So before I do that, let's get right into the presentation that we want to talk to you about. I hope how many here do other things besides quilting? Because we know that you are mostly quilters, but let's face it, we are almost always a quilter. And what else do? We sew, we make other products, right? And Mary's going to show you some wonderful things before or after our guest person comes on. I'm not going to keep you in suspense any longer because we didn't know we were going to be able to have her for sure. But we have Pam Massey with us. Pam is the head of the overlock serging business in Bernina.
Good morning, Pam.
There she is.
Good morning, Mary. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, everyone. It's great to be back here again.
Yep. Well, I'm going to let you take it away, Pam.
Okay. Well, today I'm coming to you from my little office area in Houston. So I was in Chicago the other day when I met with all of you on the first day, and back here. I'm sure all of you have been able to do some really great shopping and see some great things there at the quilt show. I myself took an opportunity to look at the quilts, and that was a great experience to be able to see the quilts that were there on display in a really pretty unique way. To be able to see them up close, even when you can't get there and see them up close in person. But we're here to kind of give you some more information about these wonderful new Bernina overlock machines. And in the L8 series of machines that have just been released, there are 2 models. And the first one is the 850 model. And that's the one that's in front of Linda. And that machine is a 4-3 2-thread machine. And as you can see, it has that large, grand sewing space. There's over 5 inches, close to 6 inches of space that's there on the interior where Mary has her hand. And it also just is so very comfortable when you're sitting at the machine and stitching, because it does have the Bernina foot control and so many of the features that you are accustomed to working with. And we talk about so many times about how fast overlocks can sew, but I really like the opportunity to be able to talk about the precision in which we can sew using these overlock machines, because you have that Bernina foot control and the back kick, and I'm still getting some of my terms down. So the back kick is a great feature that is going to allow you not only to go fast, but you can actually go stitch by stitch. So how many times are you going around a curve, or you're going to be finishing off an object, and let's say it's a placemat, and you're going to be coming around and you're starting and you're coming to the point where you need to overlap those beginning and ending seams. And sometimes it's a little difficult to do that when you're sewing so quickly. But by using that stitch by stitch capability and it stopping in the needle up position, you can certainly maneuver your stitches as well as getting the stitching set exactly where you want it to be using that stitch by stitch. And the other great part about that is that the machine always stops with the needle in the up position. And I absolutely love that feature, because not only does your needle stop up, but your cutting blade stops up. So when your cutting blade is stopping in the up position, you don't miss any of the beginning of your stitching. Sometimes if your needle is up, neither up nor down, so is your cutting blade. It's in not the right cutting position, or not right in the position to actually start cutting. I'll put it that way. And that way, you sometimes miss the beginning of your stitching. So that's a wonderful feature on the machine. And then also it has a free arm. So if you're going to be hemming around or stitching around a sleeve cuff, or you're going to be going around pants, even though we're quilters, we find and have friends that know we are sewers in general, and they like us to do things for them. And they always ask us hemming things, but you certainly do have the free arm, so you're able to stitch in that cylinder, and making it much easier to actually stitch around and not have to work from the inside of that circle. Just like you do on your sewing machine, you have that free arm. And also, Mary, while you're there, well, we'll show them a little closer on the 890 when we come over.
Correct.
How that presser foot swings out of the way, because that's also another great feature that we have there. But within the, see how that foot, Mary has just swung the foot out of the way. So even on the 850, she just used the 890 because we have the camera set up to show that on the machine there. But
I love this feature.
Yes. And when I was talking a minute ago about sewing around, let's say a placemat, and you're wanting your stitches, you're wanting to see where those stitches are aligning with the previous stitches.
Correct.
You could raise your foot, just turn the foot out of the way just to see that it's lining up properly, and then and of course lower it before you would start to sew again, and then continue to sew on. And that really does give you some great benefits. Now, Mary has the machine on the 890 set up for a cover stitch.
Correct.
So when we move from the L850, and as I mentioned, there are two models that are in this line, the L8 series. The L890 machine not only gives you the overlock, built-in rolled hem, 9 millimeter wide
Which is
stitching
awesome.
which is absolutely awesome for 2-thread flat locking, for decorative work, as we were mentioning earlier. But it does also now have the capability on an 890 to use a cover stitch and a chain stitch, which you can use for hemming, you can use for decorative work, you can use the chain stitch for piecing and giving you that accurate, fast stitching that you would have with even faster than what your sewing machine is going to sew. And Mary's just laid down a piece of fabric there with some decorative stitching on. And this gives you go ahead,
right,
with some variegated thread.
with the cover hem, I like to quilt with my cover hem stitch. You can also do it for the t-shirts, that kind of thing. But I've always done with the cover hem stitch, I've made my own fabric. You can make it reversible and have your cover hem side up, or put decorative thread like Pam said. I use a lot of variegated 30 weight or 40 or 50 weight threads, and I put it in my looper, and then I get this effect. And look at with the space. This is about the only machines that you can do this on because of the space, because as I stitch, it's just like on my quilting machine, I have to have some place for the fabric to go. So at 5 5/8 space.
And notice that extension table that she has the fabric supported on also. That comes with both the L850 and the L890.
Right.
And that supports those fabric pieces that you're actually doing that decorative work on. And it just gives you a completely different look. And I think so many times with overlocks, people think, oh, that's just for finishing seams.
No,
and
because
we forget about the creative aspect of it.
Right. I turned this into something like this, a simple little tote.
Yes,
and
perfect.
all on the serger, including the zipper.
Including the zipper. I was just going to say, I bet you even put the zipper in with your
Yes.
serger too.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, there's some really great ways that you can use it decoratively as well as functionally. Let's move the camera over to the machine if we could for just a minute so we can take a look up close at some of those features. So on one of the biggest difference on the L890 from the 850, and Mary, move back there you go. You'll be able to see that the 890 has this screen. And what I'd like to point out just right off the bat is that this screen is not only an advisory screen. There have been other machines and overlocks on the market where they've had screens, but they are just an advisory screen. But this is a screen just like your sewing machine. When you touch the stitch or when you touch a selection on the screen, it actually makes an adjustment to the stitch itself. So if you're touching, and as Mary touches the screen there, you can see the various stitches in the category of
You want me to go
stitch.
back?
And you see there's two modes there. There's guided and expert. So if you know how to set up your machine, I'll say that first, you would touch expert, and it just allows you to pick the stitch, you set it up, and you're ready to sew. I kind of, I live in Texas, so I call that the aim and shoot category, where under the little house also, you have a guided mode. And that is just an absolutely wonderful way to work with your machine under guided. And it takes you through step by step on setting up your machine.
Oh. Let me catch up with you, Pam.
Okay. She's going to pick the cover stitch. There you go. So see how it's taking you through step by step. Now, this also has what's called temporary altered stitch memory. So it's actually going to take us through the setup of the stitch from the stitch that you were originally set on.
Correct.
So you're not having to guess, well, does it always start from an overlock? It will start from the point of whatever stitch you've left off on. And as you go through that guided mode, it also has videos, and it's going to show you how to, I'll let her catch up with me there.
I've got to get caught up again.
Pick your stitch again.
Oh, I can name my stitches in memory. I got to that screen.
That's very nice too, because sometimes if you are selecting your stitch and making changes to it, like Mary was saying, she likes to use some heavier decorative threads. If she wants to make a change, she can make that change and then save it into the memory of her machine. I'll let her catch up there, and we'll find a video.
Right. We can here's a video here to adjust the cutting with.
Yep.
Shows you exactly what to do.
Exactly what that does. Now, when you're in the cutting width, or when you're in a cover stitch, your blade is actually going to be in the down position, so it doesn't actually cut your fabric. But you could if you wanted to. If you're actually let's say you're doing a half square triangle and you want to use a chain stitch and cut the excess fabric away, you could do that. And then you can actually trim that away. So as you can see, it takes you through step by step on exactly oh, that's all right. Here on this screen, you notice that it has a needle up and a needle down icon. So if you're, again, you're stitching a seam and you actually want to stop and reposition your fabric, you could leave the needle in the down position, and it's actually going to allow you to reposition without having your fabric scoot around underneath the needle. And you can also adjust under the length of your stitch, and there's also differential feed that can be adjusted. And Mary, go ahead and touch on the little video camera there so that they can all see, because sometimes we're not familiar with what it might look like at a particular setting. And
I actually like the differential video. I've watched that. That's fun too.
Yes, that's a great one, because so many times we're not familiar with what differential actually does or what that means.
So here's the differential video.
So
you
how
can
it's kind
change
of
it to
stretching
gather
your fabric out.
And then as you move it up, it's great for knits.
Yes. Or, so if we think about using and making like a t-shirt quilt, using the differential feed is a great function to prevent those, what I call roller coaster seams that are kind of waffly and wavy as you're going to be stitching two different knits together. And some might be heavy, some might be light, so you can accommodate for that.
And look at this wonderful foot, Pam. I just love it for you.
I clued Linda in this morning that the 890 comes with 2 feet.
Yes,
and I've got the cover hem foot on right now, which I happen to like.
And why don't you show them what you're doing with it?
Marvelous for working with hemming on any knit fabric. So helps you go over seams.
You're just going to fold your knit in half. Now this would be like my
t-shirt hem.
T-shirt hem.
And that all is. Whoop! My foot control traveled a little bit.
We're standing on a high table, so it's really interesting to have it.
And
those markings, the markings that are on
I can slow it. What I like, Pam, is the Bernina tool for ending the cover hem stitch. I don't have to use my tweezers. Oh, my scissors.
I can see this again.
And then you just cut it, and when you pull
and then as you pull back, it will pull your stitches to the underneath, so you don't have to go through all of that. And it's a great little tool, but best yet, I don't have to rethread the machine. I'm threaded up and ready to go.
It's all ready to go.
It's ready to
Can
go.
we show that on the camera here? This little tool is just wonderful.
So I can measure my hem. But what they've designed it for is as you do your cover hem, when it comes out, you just swoop, cut, and pull, and it's awesome.
Wow.
Right,
Pretty
and
cool.
then you don't have those long tails that you have to
Correct.
deal with, and it locks your stitch. So many times if you're stitching off or if you're not locking those stitches, when you raise your foot and pull the fabric out, you end up pulling out some of the stitches that you just put in place.
Right.
Won't happen.
What I also love on there is
any other little tips, Pam? Because I know that you have an engagement that you have to be at, but anything else? First of all, we really want to tell you how much we appreciate you coming in, because she really knows what she's doing, guys. She really. I've known you for a long time, and you've been in the industry for many years, and
we don't have
really
to say
amazing.
how long, though.
Yeah.
It has been a long time.
Well, you started very young, which is great.
did.
But any other little tips that you'd like to share? Because we love these machines. We're going to talk about some of the packages and things in a moment here.
More of the features. You know, I mean, sometimes it's the little things that really mean a lot.
Because all the little things add up.
Exactly. You know, the needle holder that is right there. All of your tools are right on board, right inside the door. You don't have to worry about what's missing because you can see all the tools are there. And just right behind that tool, there's that little gray or little black section.
Right there.
That's where your needles are going to go. And so many times when we're moving or using one needle and we're not sure what to do with the other one, we jab it in our cone of thread.
Right there.
But there, you can hold it right there. And also
my favorite.
The threading nozzles, absolutely. I mean, they're big. You don't have to stuff the thread into, and the benefit of that is you can thread your machine in absolutely any order, and that's on both the 850 and the 890.
Well, we really thank you. We could spend. I could spend. Mary and I both said we had a Pam by ourselves just for a couple minutes, and we both said, "Oh, we wish we could have about 4 more hours with you." We just know that when Pam puts her stamp behind a machine, it is really phenomenal, and we really appreciate that. The packages, and so I don't know if you have to get going. We understand, and we really appreciate it. But I want to talk to them about the packages, and then we want to give away a prize because we think they should be definitely.
So maybe Linda, what we have to do too is tell all of the viewers here, if they purchase a machine during this time, I'll set up a day and come and work with all of you in your store.
Oh my gosh! Woo! Did everybody hear that? We have it recorded.
Oh yeah, we do.
So what we'll do, anybody that buys a machine during this Wisconsin Quilt Show, you take their names, and then what we'll do is we'll set a date, and then I'll come and we'll just spend the day together, and we'll just play and have fun and answer questions.
Awesome. Thank you.
That made the whole day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay. Well,
ladies,
have a great rest of the day, and so we appreciate. We're going to be seeing her now.
Yes.
Come on, guys. Get your $500
I want to hear those phones
down.
ring.
Yeah, there's Debbie. There's Debbie. She's
coming in. Now let's tell you a little bit about this.
Everyone, have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful day, and look forward to seeing all of you real soon.
Oh,
thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
So what I want to tell you, we have about 5 minutes maybe to get into the packages. When you purchase the 450, we are so lucky because you are going to be able to get this at a wonderful price. You see the number on the screen there, the 844-999-2737. That's a toll-free number to our LindaZ's warehouse. That's where we are right now. Our warehouse is a huge building that we have with our 2 studios. We actually have a couple of mechanics, I think, here today. And we have our videos, we have our ordering and receiving in another area of the website, and they will be taking all of your orders. So we do require a $500 deposit. I do believe that our first shipment is already sold out, close to being sold out of the 850s. The 890s have not come in yet, so you must put a $500 deposit.
Correct.
We anticipate them coming in October, but if you do your deposit during this time, you will get the packages. You won't get them after Monday. We have been extended with our financing until Monday, but if you wait until Tuesday, you won't get the packages anymore. I would really encourage you to do this now. If you don't know much about LindaZ's, my little partner in crime here, Mary, Miss Mary, has been working with the Swiss engineers for many years, working on all of, they come to her and ask her to test it and do this and do that, and we knew that this was going to be a phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
And she wouldn't tell me what because she has
I was sworn to secrecy.
Yeah, confidentiality, but we are, we have 7 full-time technicians in our, we're the largest service center in the entire Midwest. And so we know that we are going to be here to support you afterwards. We have a wonderful virtual club. We have virtual training as well as online and as well as in the store training. So rest assured, you are definitely going to be able to get good training. Now, let's look at this. You don't have to take it out,
Okay.
but quickly, if we can, it opens up. You can just slide the machine in. Oh, Mary, what's this? This is free with it, right? With the 890.
With the 890,
not
yes.
the 850. And what else comes with the 890?
The big book of serging,
Ooh,
which we didn't even get to talk about in depth.
Yeah,
I love it.
We'll do that in another
Right.
session.
And there's a coupon for 25% off for these.
Right, for the
For the
Laura
irons,
Star.
for the Laura Star.
And
And this is a VIP club card. It gives you 25% off of Bernina branded products, and it's good for a year in our store. And there's the club membership. We call it Club 21. That's our umbrella of clubs that encompasses sewing, embroidery, and of course serging. So you'll get those video. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You'll get that on video, recorded, and you can log in with a special passcode and watch them over and over and over again.
Now,
to
those
see
of
projects.
you that already have a cover hem and are only looking for a 4-thread machine, or really don't think you'll use a cover hem, call us because we have something extra, very, very good. I can't even tell what it is. It's a wonderful surprise. So when you call that 800 number, you'll find out more about it. But you are going to get the club, and you are going to get the VIP club card, and then there's some extra projects giving too. So we hope you'll take advantage of this. Call LindaZ's. One last quick thing before we do the drawing. You probably don't know this, but Bernina's prices are going up October 1st. These will go up. If you have put your $500 deposit down, you will absolutely stay at the price that you have been quoted. You will keep that price, so don't linger. Definitely come in and get that deposit or call our phone number. So let's do some free prizes. How's that? Okay, we want to give some Bernina tote. We get this ruler, the pins. So, oh, there's that clicking. So I see a whole bunch of names on there. It's going to stop on one of the names. So, oh, it's really going on now. Okay, are you blue, yellow, green? See, who's it going to stop on? Oh, orange. Okay, and Donna Belcher. Oh, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Okay, so we'll put your name on it. It will be here for you. We are going to take a short break. We will be back in 5 minutes, right? Not even 5 minutes. Maybe we can put a video on while we're, because we're going to change machines, and we're going to go into something more that will really show you. Don't forget, we have a 60 months financing on this also. It's just a fabulous, fabulous pricing. See you in a couple minutes.
Just
I guess
a few
we went
minutes.
over, so it'll be quicker.
Muted.
Hello, everyone. We're back, and I'm the mute person here always. We're really thrilled to be able to have another person with us, and this is our guest, Ms. Norma Jean. And Norma Jean is an expert that is going to do some ruler work, and of course, Debbie is an expert on the long arm, which this doesn't look quite as long as the one we've had.
Well, it's a brand new Q series machine that Bernina just came out with, and we're thrilled that that Madison gets to see it from LindaZ's point of view. It's 16 and a half inches from needle to the throat space, and
the table.
And the table is a folding table, and there's a little bit of a difference in the table this year.
Because last year at Madison, we had the table that was
a folding table, but it was a little bit taller.
Right.
Right. And so
bigger,
now it has
it's
a little bit, it's the same size, but it's in 3 different heights now. So you can actually move it. So it's at the lowest position right now at 29 inches, which is the standard height for the sit down machines, and it's an ideal position, isn't it?
And it comes higher too.
And you can make this a higher position as well. Absolutely.
Right. And what is she sitting in? Oh wow!
So we want to slide it and show everyone.
Oh, it's a new chair.
Yeah, it's a new Bernina chair. Where's it going after? Where's it going after this, Norma Jean?
In the back of my car.
She's been sitting on it for a couple of days.
Yeah, so she's like, I love this.
Very comfortable. It's an ergonomical thing that has a backrest in here that you can sew for hours, and it's just a wonderfully made chair. So,
and if you buy the Q16 today, you're going to get that for free. So yes, absolutely.
Wonderful.
That's a big thing. You sew for hours and hours and hours. So you need a good chair to do that. And so that's a great deal from Bernina.
Okay, and if they're really interested, there is a phone number they can call and talk to Miss Debbie.
There might be some more freebie things in there.
Yeah, I think
absolutely.
so. Okay, so I'm going to give this over to you, Debbie, and I'll come back after she starts. She wants to show you, what are you going to show some ruler work today, huh? Good.
I'm going to do a little ruler work.
And then in our background, we'll come back and show you. We made this set. We actually have 3 sets here now, where we could show our service department, and actually just wave in here real quick, Miss Tari.
With Miss Tari.
To have Tari as one of our service technicians. Hi, do you want to say hi? What do you
Hello.
think about Bernina?
Oh, I love Bernina's. It lasts forever. Yeah.
Hear that? How are they on service?
I don't have to service too many of those. They don't come in too often.
Well, that's a good thing to hear. All right. Tari, thank you for coming in on Saturday. Your daughter's taking her SATs today, right? Or ACTs? Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
SAT in a month.
And the dad's doing that, so you can be here.
Yes.
Thank you for coming. We appreciate it. Okay, let's get started with some ruler work.
All right. So Norma Jean, what do you want to show us a project that you have done with a ruler?
So
it's the 4-paws ruler, correct?
This is the Lion Tamer ruler, and the Lion Tamer.
No, this one you Lion Tamer with this.
This is the Lion Tamer ruler. Yep.
Oh, the 4-paws Lion Tamer, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So this is available on the website. I love this ruler, and it's just easy to maneuver. It has a channel that you put the foot right in the middle of it, and you can just slide right along and make a perfectly straight line. And so the only thing I'm going to really show you about this one, because there's many, many rulers to show.
But what's the rule number 1 that we remember on the Bernina before we even approach a ruler to the machine?
So when I talk in my class about the proper way to do things, you want to put the foot down. It has to be down before you start sewing. And notice, so the foot is down. Actually, I'm going to bring up my bobbin thread quick a minute. And there we go. And then down with the foot. And the machine has a foot up-down position as well as the needle up-down. And I'm just going to slide the ruler right in there. And I can look, and that foot fits right in the knees of the channel. This is a number 72 foot. The reason we like this foot is because it's height adjustable. But if I just sew right here, make a nice straight line all the way down. Then you can stop it. You always want to stop your machine, move your ruler, and if you have lines or a seam here, you just line it right up with that, and it's just going to go right here, and you're going to get a perfect line like that. So very, very useful ruler. I really like this ruler. It's nice for stitching in the ditch. All kinds of things you can do with this ruler.
This one will qualify for your MAD 30 discount, right?
MAD
so
30.
when you are on our website, just use the coupon MAD 30 for that.
So we're just gonna take this one off now, and I'm gonna get another piece of material here.
What is it that you're trimming with there?
So
I see you
these
trimming.
are some easy cut scissors. They're just very basic scissors, but they're a nice size. They're small. You can put a command hook on the side of your machine. Just hang them right there. I tend to just keep them on the top, but I will probably.
So these also available on our website. This one is a MAD 40 or MAD 30 also, a MAD 30 coupon.
Yep.
So easy cut, foam grip. Now those are your favorite scissors, right? Because I did grab these off the wall because I remember those were your favorite scissors.
Yep, they are.
So I just wanted to let everybody see the packaging, and then the line tamer is also one of your favorites. But you have a whole collection of other rulers here too, and
right. So
that would be from who now? Amanda Murphy, right?
Amanda Murphy. So I have some that I haven't even tried yet. We have the Every Oval set of 5, and she has panels out that you can practice doing ruler work with her panels, and they're great. So there's different sizes. These are for waves, so you can make a curved line on them. I have my set of 5 circles, all different kinds of sizes that you can play with here. And this also goes.
Oh, here's the panels right here.
Oh,
and we do carry these panels at the store, of course.
So those are specifically for the oval ruler set that she
Thank you, Swan. That's great. And then
this
one we have the gold.
So this is what I was going to show today. This is a panel.
Again, it's Amanda Murphy fabric from Benartex, and we do carry the entire line of Amanda Murphy fabrics from Benartex at LindaZ's.
So what I'm planning to do with this is I just bought a panel of it, and I'm going to leave them connected. I'm going to use my rulers on all of this, and I'm going to make a table runner out of this. So I'll get some black fabric and bind it and be done. So you ask, what can we do with the rulers? So we have the circles, which just get them out here so I can show you. And then you can place the ruler right on there.
Oh, okay. So the foot, which foot are you using? They're asking on the online.
So we're using the number 72. The 72 works
yes,
on
both the domestic and the Q.
Both domestic and the Q. The number 96 foot is also a ruler foot, and that works on the Q but not the domestic. Okay? So there's 2 options for you to buy. I like the 72. It has height adjustment, and you just move this little wheel right here, and it goes up and it goes down. And you can, with the size of your batting, a lot of people use 2 layers of batting these days, and that's
wool
what
can be thicker as well, or multiple layers of polyester to get a trapunto type effect when their quilting is beautiful as well.
Right.
So that is really nice option to be able to raise the foot with the loft.
And then the other ruler that I really like, just because it's a size that fits your hand very, very nicely. And we can start with this one.
So let's explain also what's really cool about the Amanda Murphy rulers is what is the surface on the back of the rulers?
So she has a like non-skid surface on here where when you put the ruler down, it helps you move the material along as you're sewing. So the ruler does not slip. So it's a really nice feature, along with all of the other lines that you can use. She's got angles and half-inch, quarter-inch, three-quarter-inch marks, just to get any kind of size of line that you would want in your quilting. So I'm just going to show you some straight line here a minute. So again, what we're going to do is we're going to sew this line right here. We're going to bring our...
Show that again.
We're going to show this. We're going to sew this line here with the ruler. So what I'm going to do is the first rule of thumb is you're always going to bring up your bobbin thread. So we'll do that right on the point. Got my bobbin thread. Okay, and then you're going to put your foot down, because if you put your foot down and it lands on the ruler, you can throw your machine out of timing, you'll definitely break a needle, all of that kind of stuff. So we bring our foot down. There it is.
Very important rule.
Okay, so what I am going to do, there, the needle is down, the foot is down, and that is what you want. Now, when you place the ruler next to the foot, you want to have some fingers on the material. You want to have your other hand, so you're controlling the material as you sew along. And this table has a nice edge where I don't need to wear gloves if I, don't want to, because it smooths. It's really nice and free flowing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to gently hold the ruler against the foot. You don't want to push a lot of force against that foot, because you don't need to. Your ruler is a guide. I'm in BSR 2 mode. Here we go.
And your shoulders are relaxed and you're breathing normally, right? This is not the end of the world, right?
So I'm really not stressing about this line at all, because the ruler I've held steady, and as you can see, it's right on that line.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
So what you want to do then is find your next line. So I will put that ruler against the foot, and we'll just hold the ruler steady. Go right along that line. Go to that point. And then we're going to move the ruler. So we're not moving the quilt, we're moving the ruler. And ruler quilting is not a race. So it is.
Nope, it's not a race, and it's supposed to be fun and relaxing and enjoyable.
And it's a little hard to do on camera with everybody watching, but you get the idea of how you move that ruler.
Absolutely.
And like I said, when you get the rulers, there's different sizes for different things. So if you can see this ruler right here, it fits this circle, but the ruler, the stitch line is going to be a quarter of an inch wider than the edge of this ruler. So you're going to want to find the perfect size. And so that's probably pretty good right there. So I would center this, I would pull up my bobbin thread, and I would just stitch right along here for this line right here, and you'd get an outside edge. You can also use the ruler and do an inside, or you can leave these blank and you can do some free motion fill in it. So
Sky's the limit, isn't it?
So there's so many different options. This is a ruler for piano keys, and if you have a border,
Looks like this one would be perfect for that. This border.
You can just hold it along there, and it will sew straight lines. You sew down, you go over, you move the ruler, you sew straight back up, and they're just fun to play with. They're a lot of fun to play with. Like I said, there's
Amanda came out with some new ones as well too, just recently.
She did. This one is the every curve set, and you can make really big circles with that. So that's a nice set to have for your curved rulers. She's coming out with the lollipop ruler. This is for backgrounds where you can put your foot right here. This is a key that comes out. Follow that line up to the circle. Take your key out, you go around the circle 1.5 times, and then you move it up, and you're going to sew on this line again, and you'll get lollipops on a string. She has the same idea with stars. I love the stars. Yep. I will be getting the stars.
So those are available for pre-order, and they are going to be coming in very soon to us here at LindaZ's for sure. So please put your order in. There are 4 stars, and I believe there are 5 of the lollipop
There are 5 lollipops. Yep. So there's a lot of different options.
Different
there are
sizes.
a lot of
she's got
things
so many rulers
to play with.
Amanda Murphy. These are all Amanda Murphy rulers here.
So, and the ovals, and look for her panels, because her panels are
beautiful.
Are fun to sew with. You get to practice your rulers, practice how you hold the ruler while you're sewing. And you don't go around the whole circle. You just go about a halfway around.
You watch the
stop-
lines right on the ruler itself.
You watch
stop
the
and
lines. She
pivot
has
and-
wonderful lines across here, so it keeps you straight. And you sew a little bit. You stop. You readjust your hands, and that way you get really straight lines. So
Wow, so much fun. We would love to spend hours and hours with this because we love ruler work, don't we, Norma Jean?
Yep.
So
yep,
much fun.
Yep. We
Thank
do.
you so much, Norma Jean.
You're very welcome.
Okay.
Very welcome.
All right, so the Q16, Q20 is available for purchase, and looks like we're setting up a set next door. I've got LindaZ's microphone. I'm going to hand it back to her. Mom, that would be Mom.
Great, thanks, Debbie. That'd be daughter.
Okay.
All right, so I have another guest with us, and if you were with us yesterday, you saw this wonderful lady that came all the way from Iowa. We are here with Miss, yeah, close. Well, oh yeah. Oh, well, it's close. Okay. So we are very, very lucky to have her here today, and we're changing about 4 sets here in between time because we want to show you different things. And what is really great about what this particular machine is that this is the limited Tula, come on guys, Tula Pink. And I'm sure you've heard a lot about her. You can see the little things in the background, the quilt we're going to talk about in a moment. But Debbie always gives such a great, or Tracy, one of you could come in and talk about this fabric. I'd like to get the camera on the actual color of the machine. It's a very subtle machine. I think it's beautiful. And what is really great is that it's not garish. It's just I call it one of the most pristine machines. It's just beautiful. That's all I can say about it. If you got to sew on a machine and really love what you're doing, why not have it really look pretty? So tell us a story, Debbie, about how Tula or Tracy, you both were there. I had a grandson that graduated from the
We were at the launch. Of the
yeah,
machine.
yeah, and not only that, I had 2 others that were one from high school,
And 8th grade.
one from 8th grade, all at the same
and one
time
from the Blue
on the
Academy.
West Coast.
Yeah. So she missed this
So
BU, but
I
this
missed Tula, which she said she signed a picture, and if you go into our booth next door, you'll see a picture that she
She
signed for me.
signed a lot. She signed books
Yeah.
for us. She signed thread case.
Here, right over here.
She
Microphone
signed.
Yeah. yeah.
No, I'm talking
So
about your
I'm
microphone.
going to go ahead and
okay, yeah.
give this to you.
Oh,
and
me?
you can
Oh, okay.
tell in the
Okay, well, you saw the polka dots when I backed up. The polka dots are gray polka dots on a white background, and the story goes that it's from Tula said, "Okay, I'll design a machine for you, but you got to talk to Portia first,
Yeah.
right? You got to
Because
ask
she-
Portia."
She had to have the exact color of the Porsche gray,
Yeah.
and she wanted their permission to put it on this machine.
The Porsche gray, they use it on the
Yeah.
both the interior and the exterior of the cars.
Right.
And then she also wanted them to talk to Portia about the metal.
Right. Yes. So this is like an oil slick, rainbow kind of iridescent metal, and this is and it is actually on the Porsches, and they are replicas of
Oh,
exactly
and all of her
that.
scissors are the
And-
same.
And all of her scissors.
All of her hardware is the same exact
It's
beautiful
so-
rainbow.
I mean, so gorgeous, so good. We just love it to death, and it doesn't really scratch, right, Deb?
No, it doesn't. It's beautiful, and you can. It does kind of make you think of unicorns, right? Because unicorns really do exist, everyone. Oh, it's over on. No, we're fine. Well, oh, I see. The unicorn stitch out is here somewhere.
it is
We did
somewhere.
make a unicorn,
on the wall.
and you can make a unicorn too, everyone, because you have the designs built in to not built in. It's on a jump drive that you get. Yes. Yeah, I made this one not too long ago out of metallic and green thread.
So
We made a purple one. I think that one grew legs.
Yes.
The purple one.
Oh, I think it must have.
I think and I made a pink one too. I think it galloped away. It found another world somewhere. The purple unicorn. But yeah, so then we right. I do love that too.
And then these are all the stitches.
This is true.
This?
So
I'm not sure.
let's probably put it. Get the camera.
How many? There's like a. Put it on the USB.
There are 2 collections.
And on the tuna fish can, that's cute by itself. The little fish right on the little can. I mean, it is the cutest thing. All these are
Okay, wait,
built
let me zoom
in.
in. Yeah,
And none of these are, the only way you can get these designs seriously is to buy the machine. That they are built in, you can't get them any other place. All kinds of little animals.
Actually,
But-
unicorns you
Right, so there are two design collections from OESD that Tula Pink designed for them, and they are called the Imaginary Menagerie 1 and the Imaginary Menagerie 2. So there's all kinds of really beautiful imaginary animals on those designs, and they're very pretty.
and they're all in their fabrics.
And they're all in her fabrics too.
It's actually done on this machine. Do in honor of
Say again. Say that again, please.
that you have on? Yeah, it's an OESD, and it has the kind of a Western type thing with a little thing, and then you see the back. Really cute. It's just kind of fun. And
Really
again,
fun Western
I've done
theme.
this because-
Oh, we have right an embroidery unit.
All this stuff we were talking about is coming free. The scissor kit is almost, I think we might have one left. I don't know. Yeah, I think, or it may have been sold. We're not even sure. We have so many have bought.
Basically a call center.
So,
if you really want 1-800.
and if that's gone, then what else, Tracy? Isn't there something else that we have? I think it's gone, but I'm not sure. But
Okay. Can you hear us now? Okay. Okay. And we'll talk about the Tula. Linda's giving something special. She can have that. Oh. Linda's giving something special. Yeah, okay. Here we go.
this is signed by Tula.
When she was at our store.
Yep, and
Yeah.
it's all of her thread, and look at how many, all the special colors.
It's $140 worth of Orifil thread, and I think there's 12 spools in there. So.
We're giving if you buy the Tula.
Yes,
Is that how that works?
If you get it like in the next 30 minutes, because I'm sure it'll be gone.
Also, yeah, do you want to talk about that card?
Oh, this is
And
a
I'm gonna go
VIP
get
card.
something else.
This is a VIP card that we only give to machine sales here at LindaZ's, and you get with this for 1 year 25% off all Bernina accessories and feet. Anything that is actually from Bernina, we are giving at 25% off to you for 12 months for the whole year. And it's just amazing how many people come in and really fill up their embroidery or their accessory cases with the feet so that they can, and bobbins and things like that.
Okay, Tracy's stronger than I am, so can you lift that up on
Am I
the?
doing the whole thing?
Sure. Look at this. This is another part of the package. It's 2 huge big suitcases. And Mr. John Carr just came in. We have another surprise from Bernina. He is our.
Oh, I need that.
We are very,
We just sold
very
another one.
excited
We
to
are
have you
down to
here,
the last
John.
few, folks.
Oh, see, John was in the other room and he heard that we just sold one. So
I just brought it
I
in
guess
so we can
that's
keep
good.
there we
track.
go. Keep on calling,
All
guys.
right.
Here you go.
So this comes with it too. John, we really are. Do you want to tell them why we're so limited on these?
Bernina is very well known for creating special editions, and Tula is one of our biggest supporters.
Yes, they are.
And last year, at the end of the year, I talked Linda into.
He's
Smile
such
when
a
you
good
say that, Linda.
negotiator.
She negotiated so we would have these for the show, and we found out the show was canceled, but she still kept the machines coming in. So what you see is pretty much what's left in the world. What makes this exclusive is the stitch design, stitch patterns that are in this machine, which I know they just showed you. So it's a great collection. This bag set's almost $1,000 retail that protects the machine. Extra designs. It's a wonderful machine.
It's correct. It really is.
I can tell them by my little sheet here, my little cheat sheet, that it's over $15,000 worth of value. You're not going to pay anywhere near that. You will pay under $100 a month, and you get 60 months financing. I would with all of this. I mean, it's unheard of. So again, this is where, they talk about the early bird. This really is an early bird, so you better get in here. Yes. Yes.
The last Tula edition that we provided about 6 years ago, actually, Tula tried to buy it. It doubled in value.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Don't
The
buy
little
it and
350.
sell it.
Yes.
Keep it
I know
because
you have
you'll
one, don't
love
you, Sue
this
Ellen?
machine.
Yes,
Now,
you do.
if we can take this down, Remember,
thanks,
those
John.
prices are going up October. Well, we won't have any of these left by October 1st, but we have another guest with us. Like I said, Miss Sue Ellen. Do
Yeah,
the
let's do a
giveaway, and
giveaway.
then Sue Ellen can do it? Do we have to do a 5-minute break? Can we do a 2-minute break?
Yeah, we can do a
Okay,
2-minute
good.
break.
Okay,
Yeah, 'cause
we'll just do a
the set-
2-minute.
We were so
Okay.
efficient
So
that our set
let's
is already
give,
ready to go.
Let's do the giveaway.
Which one do you want to give away?
That's the Bernina bag, and then there is another. There's a luggage with it. I think would be really fun. So let's do
Luggage
that.
tag?
I carry that all the time, and
Bernina
I don't
luggage
always
tag
put
and
Bernina
Bernina
stuff.
project bag. I love
Great.
it. This-
Okay,
I
let's
have
do
a
the
bunch of these.
spin.
I love
let's
these.
do spin, spin, spin.
Spin it.
Who's feeling
who's
very
feeling
lucky? You can pick it up at our store and see. And then don't forget to take advantage of the 40, the Mad 40 or the Mad 30.
Okay,
Wow,
looks like it's coming. Looks like it's coming. Jean Zabinski. Bravo!
Congratulations.
Jean.
Woo!
Woo! All right,
Okay.
Jean Zabinski.
We have another prize in
Here, let me
about
hand you
10,
this.
15 minutes. So we're just going to break 2 minutes this time. So it'll be very quick because I want to show you. Sue Ellen has got her machine all set up with ribbon, the Renaissance ribbon that is just beautiful. So let's take 2 quick minutes and then we'll be right back with the Tula. Hello, everyone.
We're
It's
back.
Linda from LindaZ's in Arlington Heights, Illinois, and we are at our booth at the virtual Wisconsin Quilt Show. So we're just thrilled to be here, and we are in front of the Tula Pink. I've got a few left, as you heard in some of our previous recordings. I hope you were able to take advantage of them. Between the break, we broke for, well, it was going to be 2 minutes, but it was 3 minutes, and we sold out of the tins. So these are the exclusive tins from Tula, but, and somebody could get me her name so she'll know she did get one, if you could run over there and find out. And, but what we're going to do, Tula knew that we would run out of these, and so she made up this wonderful thread set. It's over $150. Look at how many spools.
12 spools of 50 weight thread. And you want to open up the boxes just so how beautiful the bright colors are.
So
they're very
pretty.
Tula.
I mean, they're just beautiful.
And this box is signed by Tula herself as well. And so that's what we decided to give away with the machine instead of because we have no more scissors left. So it's
And if we do have some scissors, we can make up a package, but we just won't have any more tins. We are also going to be giving you the 25% off of the wonderful
Bernina accessories for the next full year.
And look at over there.
Absolutely.
Look at that lady that's full of accessories. So there's lots of things to choose from.
You mean this lady right here?
That lady.
This lady has all kinds of presser feet and bobbins and accessory and different.
Bernina scarf.
The Bernina scarf is my sister's scarf. That's not for sale.
And there are some other things that are going to go with it. The OSC design collection. I actually have an OSD design on. You can see it on the back.
But you do also get what in front of here, Mom? What do you get with this?
Oh,
you get the embroidery unit.
Embroidery.
You get an embroidery unit for
so
free for the price of the machine. You get a free embroidery unit. And what else do I think we have a male version of Vanna helping us. Wow, you get this free luggage with the machine. So you get both the rolling tote and the baggage for the embroidery unit.
Oh, that's
wow,
great.
isn't that great?
Oh, and
Thank you so much,
also
Mr. Vanna.
This is the exclusive built-in designs. These are just Swell, and you did a quilt here just in this recording prior, where she took the little butterfly that's up here and did it on Soft and Stable, and it was absolutely gorgeous. So we're going to show a little project.
We are going to show a project on it in a moment for sure.
And I want to make sure I didn't forget anything. We have, there really are.
Okay, so the designs that come with it on a jump drive are the Imaginary Menagerie 1 and the Imaginary Menagerie 2, which do include the unicorn, because they really do exist, and then a lot of other wonderful imaginary animals that are live in Tula Pink's world.
Right.
And she's sharing her world with us when we buy a Tula Pink machine.
Right.
So
give us a call. There's a phone number, an 800 number that you can get on the phone, on the screen there, and they are going to be gone, guys. They really are. The only reason we have them is we bought a whole big group for the Wisconsin Quilt Show, and then of course it was canceled, and this is virtual, and we were so disappointed, but we knew these machines would never. We honestly have the last of any
set of
Tula in the world.
Yep.
So we really, you have such an opportunity to get a wonderful, wonderful machine that's exclusive.
So you have 10 inches, 10 inches from the needle to the throat. Beautiful
the
space.
Titanium plate.
The titanium plate, the Porsche gray polka dots on the front with a white background. Beautiful machine.
And as soon as we're finished here, you can put that camera on, and we will see the gray that
polka
Porsche
dots.
decided. She had to call them
can see
and
it right
get their
now.
permission. And then
look at those polka dots,
and
how
it's
beautiful
subtle.
they are.
It's not garish. It's just, it's beautiful. That's all I can say about the machine. It's absolutely beautiful, and it sews beautifully. So I think what we will do is turn this over. We do have 60 months financing too.
At 0% interest.
At 0%.
That is correct.
So
through
you can buy this
Monday.
machine
Through Monday.
Under $100 a month, $90-some a month.
Wow.
How could you possibly go wrong?
Gosh.
So we certainly
you
hope
couldn't go
you'll
wrong.
take advantage. Call that toll-free number. We are able to do the financing through this coming Monday. So we really need you to make your decision quick if you're going to do it. Okay,
Absolutely.
I'm going to turn it over to you, finally.
Oh, and so you're going to hand me your mic, and I'm going to hand this Ellen.
Okay. This is going to be hard to get off.
Okay, well, then you're going to stay here.
Okay. All right.
Okay, you stay.
Okay, I'll do that.
But I'll
Okay.
in silence.
one of the things when Tula was here that she showed was that rather than making casings for straps, she used her ribbon. And I thought, what a great idea. And so these are ribbons that Tula Pink has designed, and you can get matching fabric for it. And so that if you're doing something, and I've embellished actually fabrics and quilts and bags and different things with the ribbons.
Dresses.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I have a granddaughter who is still young enough to appreciate that.
Tea towels, even you could do.
Yeah. But when she showed us that she used the ribbons to do all of her own straps, I thought, what a great idea. So when I started doing that, I found that these glue sticks and clips are great. So I got this started because you can layer ribbons. And so when I'm making bags and straps for things, many times I will just layer the ribbons. And this glue stick I really like because it's green, but it dries clear. Yes.
Yes, and it's on our website. Yes, and will they get the MAD 30 on this? No.
They get.
But it's on our website.
The MAD. They get the MAD.
Okay, you can't combine the MAD 30 with the MAD 40 though.
Right, so you have to do 2 separate baskets. Can you say that, please?
Great.
2 separate baskets.
Wow, so what foot do you have?
So I have an edge stitch foot because I'm just stitching the edge of the ribbon down. But then on the plain side, I can add in a Tula Pink design, and so that the whole strap can end up being.
Right now it's a straight stitch?
It's just a straight stitch. Just a straight stitch.
Right along the
right
edge of the
along
ribbon.
the edge.
Beautiful.
And so then after I have it down, I'll probably go back and stitch down this edge. But we don't need to take the time to do that right now. What I want to do is put a contrasting thread over for this side. So the machines are pretty fast to change out. You always pull it out through the needle. You don't want to pull it out from the top because you don't want to damage the springs inside. But they're very fast to change out. And so I find that it doesn't bother me to go from one color thread to another color thread. And so now to do the design, I want to have a contrasting thread. To do the edge stitching, I chose this time to do a similar thread.
You use the number 10 foot edge stitch for this also?
No, I don't.
So which foot do you use?
I'm going to use the 39 foot.
Okay.
And so I want to see what's going on. It has a space underneath where
show the camera side, Nikki.
It has a space underneath
closer to
where, let's see, there we go, where it has a V kind of shape where it's cut away, and so that the stitches can go through there more easily.
So show the number of the foot one more time. 39. There you go.
But I like having the crosshairs.
40.
And that is a MAD 40 coupon for all of y'all who are looking Bernina feet.
Yep.
Presser feet.
So it has, I can line up both vertically and horizontally. Oh, and if you have a foot that has a hole in it and you can't have a slip, you just bring the foot up through the needle and you can get the thread, pull the thread through, and so you're not having to fish for the tail.
You see how she did that? That was so clever.
That was really clever. I do that all the time on the ruler foot.
Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm just lining up the middle of this with the middle. And let's go and find
so she's choosing the Tula Pink decorative stitches.
There we go. So here we go. And yesterday we used the kind of butterfly. So today let's use.
Say again? Oh, sure.
We could choose the tuna fish can.
Sure.
Or we could do bunnies. We could do flowers. Should we do bunnies?
Sure.
Let's do rabbits.
Okay. So, and here what I do is I just kind of find a place that I don't want to hold on to it, and I have embroidery thread in. I find I can use most any thread I want. And I just need to make sure that the thing that I am embroidering on goes straight through. And so I keep it vertical with the stitch plate.
You just
but
have your fingers setting down on the table right next to it,
Right.
and that's your guide, basically, or your fingers. Wow.
because it goes forward and back and forward and back and forward and back. And I want to make sure I'm always going at the same speed. And if it starts to drift, I can just put a finger over here and drift it back.
And what's wonderful is that she can go ahead and use this not only on ribbons, but what a wonderful label that would make on the back of a quilt.
Absolutely.
Right around the edges of the label.
Right. Now, I want to, if I can stop for a minute, that was absolutely beautiful. I want to show this up close so you can kind of see that what we did on these is we actually put, do we have the camera on it? There we go, so we can see the light. I want you to see how this was done with metallic thread. It's unbelievable. And look at the beauty that came out. You did a wonderful job.
And you know,
on this.
I don't have any trouble using metallic thread unless sometimes I'll put an extra thread stand a little farther away so it can unwind a little bit. But it's really easy to use.
I brought this because I wanted you to show. Now, wouldn't this be beautiful, this strap with some of these ribbons and sewn down it instead of the plain? That's what you're talking about on the straps.
Yeah.
Now, Sue Ellen made this, and this is Tula Pink. And tell them a little bit quick about that.
Well, we're having a class in this. There's going to be a 2-day retreat on the Friday, Saturday, the 25th and 26th of September. And we'll be making this bag, and this is a bonus if you get through that. There are lots of different versions. We're going to be talking about many, many ways that you can prepare the fabric to make bags, to quilt it.
And I know I'm rushing you a little bit, but back in the behind you, we really want to talk about this.
We're also doing a class on modern quilt blocks up by Tula book. If you keep hold of the book, because I know it's out of print now, but it's still some available. There are still some of the, but we will be based on the book, and this quilt. Want to talk about it a little bit, Sue Ellen?
I call it my COVID blues.
Because you made it in about 10 days during this coronavirus.
Yes, yeah, I've made I've made like 22 quilts during this time
period. It might have been less than 10 days too, right? You made it less than 10 days. I really went through this one. Beautiful.
But for the class, this one I did as an example of what you can do monochromatic, but for the class I'm going to be using Tula Pink fabrics. Like this is a Tula Pink quilt I made, and you can see it's a whole different feeling having the brights. And what Tula does is she uses color to create contrast, where it may be the same values, but because these are opposites on the color wheel, it pops. On this one, we used the lightness and darkness rather than the color wheel to make it pop. And so we'll be talking a lot about design. We'll be talking about how you can have your eye move around, how you can choose fabrics, things like that.
It's a very important part of quilting, value in the color choices.
Right.
Absolutely. We'll be doing that starting in October, and we'll be meeting, we'll be filming both virtually, so if you can't make it comfortable, if you're still not comfortable getting into a store, whoops.
They're really doing microphone fun here.
Sorry about that. Yes. So if you're still not comfortable getting into a store, we will be doing this both virtually, so completely virtually. You can watch this this quilt being made with Sue Ellen, or we will allow
we'll have a small group that would be able to come in
twice a month. You will meet twice a month, and they'll do a bunch of the blocks at each time that you meet.
And I'm going to have you give the time
and get through all 100 blocks.
Caroline, because she wants to do a couple of feet on the last
Okay,
10
so go
minutes,
get Caroline. Mute yourself. In the meantime, thank you. Here you go, Sue Ellen. Back to you. All right. So, what else
well, I wanted to show some of the. Not only are there Tula Pink ribbons, but when my mother passed away in October, I inherited a bunch of different kinds of ribbons. And these are ones that she would have loved to have because she always wore bows in her hair. And so,
she did.
yes,
That's right.
always. My husband says, don't wear your hair in a ponytail with a bun. I look like my mother. But you have some great ribbons in the store, and you have some Christmas ones. What a fun way to decorate. And then these, as I said, you can layer. And so here you can use layers of different size ribbons to
grosgrain.
Yeah, the grosgrain
ribbon.
Right.
With the
right
as well.
Right. And so there, and you have wide strapping, you have narrow strapping, and so that's what I use as a base for decorative.
Oh, come on. I see Caroline is here. So we're going to show, here, let's take off the 39 that we used right here. That is Sue Ellen's. There you go. Thank you, Sue Ellen. Caroline, come right on in. This is your place right here. Yeah, you do need that. Yep. There. So Caroline is going to come and join us and show us a little bit of some. You can set that right there. There you go.
Yeah. Okay, is it on? Okay.
Yeah, you're on.
This is,
Sorry.
oh. Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. So
Okay. So they said that you wanted to see.
you can take your mask off. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Okay, I'll take it off.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
I'm so used to having it on all the time now. And it even has Bernina sewing machines on it.
Oh, that's great. And we do carry that fabric in
Yes,
the
we
store, of course,
do.
in red or in the black background.
So that tells you I made it.
It does tell you that. That's right. Oh, I made mine too with my the lips on mine too.
Okay. So I really love feet. And I think that if you don't have all the Bernina feet, and this is the time to buy them,
Right.
because they
Thus,
are,
the lovely lady full of presser feet here.
yes, and accessories and bobbins. Oh my goodness, they're all on sale. This is the time to do it.
And that would be the Mad 40 coupon for the feet and the bobbins.
Accessories, yes.
Uh-huh.
And one of the things is I really like foot number 25. And this
You
is
can
a
set it
foot.
down right here, or you can put
Okay,
it on the
here.
machine.
This is a foot that you can use for putting cording on.
Show us the underneath of it,
It has little places,
closer to the...
has little spots for putting all your pieces of cord. Not a real thick cord though. This is for narrow cord.
Okay.
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 So I'm going to put this on. And I've prepared some pearl cotton. And I always tie a knot on the back because I'm afraid that it'll come undone because I've had that happen.
Okay.
And
You're sliding it under the foot.
yeah, it goes underneath the foot. And then there's all these little spots on the front. And then it has something to,
Here, let me go back a little bit.
okay. It has a little latch that will hold them in their spot. And I do this before I put it on when I can because it's easier.
Okay. So before you put the presser foot on the machine, you actually you insert your cord.
I have it all ready, yes. And I have a favorite stitch for doing this.
What is that stitch? You lower your press foot onto your project.
Yes.
Okay, let me back up and let's show the screen.
Okay. This is a foot that's for doing stretch type of knits.
It's in your regular utility
utilities,
stitches on the
yes.
top right corner there.
And if you look at it, it has this lovely herringbone type of a stitch.
That's true.
And we're going to a little bit
With the buttons on the right there.
Yep. It's showing me, I can't make it any wider because it turned on the screen, it turned red.
Okay, so we're going to go to 5.5 because your foot is limited to a 5.5
Yes, it
millimeter width.
It does not have a 9 millimeter. Okay. And I'm going to just put this, and I don't need the foot control.
Oh, looks like this is the exact foot, everyone, that Ricky Timms uses doing his binding and his piping in his binding. So this foot, this number 25 foot, Ricky Timms has a fetish for this foot, everyone. So. Yeah. Now is the time to use your Mad 40 coupon to get this number 25 piping
and this
foot.
Is such a fun foot.
So you have 4 different cordings that are going along the grooves, is that correct?
Yes, you can do 5. I have 4 in here. That just happened to be what I tied together. Okay. And we're going to use the scissors to cut the thread. And I purposely used a color thread that would show a contrast. And you can see it really puts the cord down and holds it down really
beautiful.
Well.
Very beautiful.
This is really fun.
Now tell us again what the cording is called.
This is pearl cotton. You can use the candlelight that we have at the store, which is sparkly, Any of the heavier threads that you can use for serging work really well.
And we just used the same 40-weight embroidery Isacord thread on the top and in the bobbin as well, Sue Ellen, correct? Wasn't that we're not sure whatever was there. Wow.
Yeah.
So just think about that. If we had really studied this, we probably would have had even better.
Well, because you might want to do it with the same color, or you'd want to do it with a even more of a contrast.
Certainly.
But it is
Sky
fun.
is the limit as far as creativity is concerned.
It's a fun one that you can really play with this.
Okay, so do you have any more tricks up your sleeve?
Well, what I wanted to show is if you go into the Big Book of Feet.
Yes. Which is we have many of them around here, but
floating around.
They're probably in the black bags, inside the black bags, because that came with some of the packages. In the black.
Yeah,
you got
there they
one? Okay.
Okay.
So inside the Book of Feet.
If you go into the Big Book of Feet, you can look up how to use each numbered foot, because they're in here numerically. And if I go to this particular foot, number 25, it gives me all types of things.
Yeah, right over here so I can.
Yeah. It gives you all kinds of things that you can do with this foot. We want 25. We want 25. So I will have to go into the back.
Okay.
And I will have to say cording. If I go to couching, it tells me what I can do. And it has a list of all the different
page
feet.
90.
Here's
Page
89. 89. So what this does is it tells me that I can do all these fun things with the feet.
Let's hold it up a little bit.
There
Thank
you go.
you.
And it shows me fun techniques. And what I've done is I've made a little collection of fun cards of all the different techniques that I've done with different feet out of the book. And I looked them up by technique.
So it's like a reference guide for you. If you forget, you can go back to it.
And see what else I can do.
Mm-hmm.
So for instance, I can do mini piping with the applique foot.
Ooh.
Now, who would think you could do that?
Right.
And it's right there on the card?
It's on the back of the card.
Oh,
And
let's see what the mini piping looks like on the back of your card.
When you do it, it shows you it's really pretty narrow piping.
So that's what Ricky Timms would do for his binding then? A little
He might,
bit
yes.
of a border of
Yes.
piping in his binding. That's
So
correct.
a way of playing with the feet is to make something like this.
So I know we are going to draw a prize here quickly, but Lillian, I'm putting a sold sign on your
She
Tula.
won the chipper thread?
No, she bought a Tula.
She's got a
But-
Tula.
But I know that, but we were giving
Yes,
the thread to the first
yeah,
winner,
right,
to the
so
first
we're gonna
person.
put this name
Okay.
over there on-
Yes.
If you would, and if you notice what I have, Caroline, thank you so much.
Oh,
that was wonderful.
You're welcome.
And look at how easily she puts that foot on.
I
Do you
just
see
put
that?
Another foot, so there's
Look
a
at
foot
how
on
quick. The jacket that I have on, I wanted to show you real quickly, is a Tula jacket. It's got the homemade on
Where did
it,
I put mine?
and her design, which is on the side and over here. And Debbie, what is this on the collar? A little scissor. That little. Yeah, so it's really cute. All right, we are just about ready to give another gift, and this is really what I would consider, where is that gift? The Big Book of Serging. Whoa, that's a huge one. We, you know what? Let's leave this for the last one because I want Ricky. I want Ricky.
You want the Ricky?
Yeah,
Oh,
this is Lizzie. I was with Ricky when he decided, he told us all about what he was doing, and I think it's going to be the next Harry Potter of the sewing industry. I really do. He is going to be here in April. He's amazing.
And it's a signed
man.
copy of the book?
Yes, and the story, everyone will just love it. It's really fabulous. So let's do a spin. Let's see who is going to be the lucky winner of this hand autograph book. And
Okay.
we still, woo, come on. We want somebody to be real excited and get this wonderful book. And if you already own it, give it to a daughter. Oh, Sherry Starowitz. Oh, my
Sherry
gosh, are you lucky.
Starowitz.
Great. Okay, congratulations. We have all these prizes in our booth, in our online part, for 30% off. So make sure that you take advantage of it. And of course, all these feet that Caroline and Sue Ellen were showing you, I have a coupon of MAD40. So we'll be back in this time, I think 2 minutes. We're going to put a video on, I hope, right in the front of it, because we have another thing. These are almost sold out. So if you guys are seriously interested in these Tulas, you got to get right on. You got to get those phones, call, and let them know that you want the financing and the machine, and they'll put a sold sign on it for you right away. I hope you get one. They're wonderful. Okay, we'll be back in just a few minutes. Thank you, everyone. Remember, 60 months financing. Hello, everyone. We're back at the Great Wisconsin Quilt Show and doing a wonderful project here. And now we have what I call the little sister to the top of the line machine. And we are so excited about having this machine here because Bernina gave us the same thing they did with the Tula, some absolutely wonderful things that are really, really cool, like lower pricing. We had bought all of these for one of our classrooms at the show in Madison, and of course it didn't to fruition, and we said that's such a wonderful price and they're giving such great bundles with it. We're going to show you what it will do here in a few minutes, that we decided we would go ahead and just pass that right along to you. Never find this ever category. I can't give you the full pricing, but I can certainly tell you that there are some phenomenal specials. You're going to get the club, my alpha mic, am I on mute? No, I'm on. Can you hear me, everyone?
Yes.
Okay, all right. You're going to get Club 21, which is our 36 sessions of free clubs of embroidery, serger, and sewing. That's over $200. You're going to get a VIP card. Look what's sitting on the table over here, and I know you've used this a lot, Sue Ellen and Debbie too. It's a very nice little embroidery unit that will go along with you if you want to take it to class, or you can just use it as you're doing your other sewing. Then you are also going to get the Book of Feet, which is a big design book. You're going to get OESD designs, which I have on my shirt right now. You can see there's some of them in the back. You are going to have be available for 60 months financing. There's the Book of Designs, which is phenomenal. And Debbie doesn't even know this because this just happened. They gave us permission for it. Now you have to tell them, I don't know what code you're going to use. Just say tie. These are ties, right? Mm-hmm. Say tie. If you're calling in and you really want one of these machines, you are going to pay under $100 a month. And for the first time ever, just for this section right here, you're going to get the luggage set that goes with it. The top, the top and the bottom, which is about $800 and some free. So you have to say tie in order to get that, okay? So let's show them what we're talking about with tie, okay? I'll turn it over to Sue Ellen. It's a wonderful machine. I hope you can do it.
Okay, what I have here are some ties. And what started this whole experience was when my father-in-law passed, my sister-in-law sent me all of his ties. And so I made bags using the ties for his granddaughters and daughter. So I ran out of those, and I went to my husband this week and said, Tanner, what ties are you not going to use anymore?
And he gave you a bunch.
He gave me a bunch. And so these are kind of the travel ties, ties from children, ties from Italy, ties from China. But I use spray adhesive. You have it in your store to get the back on. And I have a Teflon foot because the silk, I don't want it to get caught up. So this is the foot 52 that I have on here. And then I've cut up some ties, and I just open them up. And I'm going to put 2 of them together. And I don't pay a lot of attention to exactly which one goes where. So I'm going to start in the middle, because then if I start in the middle, and I like to do these all kind of at random, and then it's really fun to do
her knee lift lever here.
Yeah,
so
it's really fun to do echo quilting.
She's actually, see how her leg is moving here, lifting the presser foot, so she could. That's like her third hand.
Yep, and so I'm going to start out, I'm just going to go at an angle over here. Edges together.
It's a straight stitch.
It's a straight stitch, and I'm not using the 1/4-inch foot on this because I really wanted to have the Teflon so it would slide over this fabric that can be kind of silky.
So like we said, it's a 52 foot. It's a white Teflon foot. Beautiful foot. It's a 5.5 millimeter foot, so your stitches would have to be, if you were going to do any decorative, you'd have to limit
So
them to 5.5.
then what I would do here is then I would smooth these out. And I think I would like to do something, you know, and I just, it's fun because you get to create. And so you just really get to, whatever looks like something that would be fun. I would have, if I was doing this at home, not kind of quickly, I would have my little mini iron and my wool pad right here, and I'd be pressing these down. But for this demonstration, we're doing it fast and dirty. So then I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to, again, stitch right over here. And so you can just kind of be creative, and whatever you think would be fun. And sometimes then what I'll do is I'll take the tail of a tie, and I will applique it up on top. And so you start developing these designs, and then you can use some laminate if you want to put on top of it. Then I think I might
take some of the red background white snowman tie.
Yep, I think this is one that, you know, our kids gave to my husband. So then I think I'd probably just come over here and put this down here.
So it's a quilt as you go method then.
It's quilt as you go, and it's lots of fun, and it's creative. And then when I want to quilt it, then I'm going to go in and I'm going to echo stitch.
Wonderful. So ideally we'd have an iron out here, right?
Yeah.
So
Well, thank you for that technique. We're going to bring her back with another one, but I do want you to know that we have sold one of the bags with the tie code, so don't dilly-dally. Is that a word?
don't dilly-dally. That's a mom word.
Okay, because you will not get it. Now, we're going to take 50, unless you want to watch us, move. We're going to move from this beautiful machine to something way up
You
there.
have one on your collar.
Oh, I have one on my collar. Oh, I love
Just
it.
in case.
Just in case.
Well,
We'll
I'm not
double
sure
mic her
if
up.
I'm,
Double mic her up.
I was
Are we
on
going to talk
mute.
about the Ann Lauer
That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Okay,
right
we're
now.
about to. So we're going to
if
do
you
a
wanna
very.
watch us, you can watch us.
We'll do a
real
very,
fast, and we'll do it
very
right-
quick break.
Yep, quick. are ready and ready to set up.
We are
on the
back.
second
We're
thing,
almost
so we're
ready.
back.
Almost ready.
While you're getting
Do you have your
ready,
bobbin
let me
in?
talk a little bit.
Okay, good.
What I want to let you know is that we are going to do a wonderful free motion project here on the new machine. This is the new 790 and the 480 that is together. And I want to do, before we do, congratulations, Sandy.
Sandy bought
has, from Wisconsin,
Ooh.
has this new machine and the 480 within
Love
the
it.
last couple of hours. So we're just thrilled about it, and you're going to see why you are going to love it even more. We do tremendous training on these machines. We have virtual, we have our clubs, we have our classes, and we actually are going to be at the Clarion in October. We've rented space for anyone in Wisconsin that wants to come in to take classes. We do that every year. Some people like to do the one-on-one, some people only want to do the virtual. So you have a choice, and you will have these recorded for a long time, so that anytime you want to go back and check a technique like what you're going to do here today.
Or you can always call us,
you can call
because
us
we
at
can walk
any
you through
time.
anything. We're
Right.
Bernina
We have-
experts at LindaZ's,
We
so
have
we can walk you through
7
anything.
full-time engineers that do nothing but service, and right around the corner we have 2 of our women that are just phenomenal. We also have quite a package that is going to come with this, and I'm going to try and give you a little bit. I have to have a cheat sheet because there's so much with it. There is coming with us. Well, you know what?
Can we
What
pan
I'll
over to the
do-
luggage over there, Nikki? Can we pan
Yeah,
over there?
The luggage is just beautiful. Wait till
So you get a
see it.
piece
It
of
is
luggage
just
with
incredible.
every, so one for the machine, one for the embroidery unit that comes with the big machine, and one piece of rolling luggage for the little machine. And you can see that over there. It's the navy blue with the beautiful embroidery designs from Ann Lauer, who also designed the faceplate. Yeah,
And maybe we could have. Could we do?
that's correct.
Can we show
And
this?
Ann Lauer also has designed this
Beautiful. Oh,
Catitude
that's
fabric. This way. Oh, gosh. That she designed. She designed the dog fabric, horse fabric, and now she designed
Now
the
we
peacock
have
fabric
still,
from Benertex. And that fabric will be coming to LindaZ's. Absolutely. Jeremy Jeffries will know about that very soon.
Okay. All right,
He
good.
better get it to us soon.
It's beautiful. Okay, so she
Absolutely.
designed, you can't quite see the front of this machine, but you can see the smaller one. And I heard
you,
that
Stella.
Debbie's going to buy this machine, and she's giving me that one.
No, I'm getting the serger too. And if I buy this machine, I'm keeping them both. Sorry, Mom. But I'll lend it to you if you want.
Oh, thank you.
Anytime, I'll lend it to you.
Okay. All right. I did find my little sheet, and I'm going to repeat it again, but I want you to see what this machine will do. So let's start showing you some of the things we are real excited about.
So
it.
this is a 790 special edition with 10 inches from the needle to the throat. Beautiful lighting. And right now, Sue Ellen, what foot do you have in? Could we give her your
29 foot.
microphone?
What?
You want to give her your share with
I'll
her?
give you.
can share.
I'll give you.
It's the 29 foot, and it's clear, and I have it that to drop the feed dogs, there's a button over at the side, and so we've dropped the feed dogs so that we can do free motion. And when I'm doing free motion, I like to be able to see where I'm going, where I've been.
That's the clear foot that's on
That's
the machine
clear
now.
Foot. So this is a hanging that I've been working on. It says 100 million welcomes in Gaelic, and so
it real quick? Hold
Oh, it's just.
It is really pretty.
so it's 100 million welcomes in Gaelic.
And it's applique.
Applique and pieced. The edges are pieced. So to do the edges, I would use the line tamer that was demonstrated earlier.
Norma Jean,
Norma Jean does just a great job, and I would use then the
72
ruler
foot.
foot, the 70 foot too.
Right.
So that's what I would use to finish up the border. For doing the free motion on the inside, I wanted to have the letters pop, and so I've been just doing some.
we zoom in on the free motion, Nikki?
Where I stopped. And I love this foot pedal because I can just do one needle up, one needle down. And did you know that if you don't have this foot pedal, if you have a machine that doesn't come with it, that's a Bernina, you can buy the foot pedal and it gives that functionality to your machine. So here we go. Oops, we have it very slow here. I want to. And when I'm doing the free motion, I just make sure that I always leave myself a way out. So if I'm closing in a circle, I make sure that I leave at least one path to come where I can find my way out. But you know, with free motion, you really don't have to worry about making mistakes, because if you have an unintended bubble or something, just repeat it a few times and then it becomes a design element. So there are really no quilting police. You can just kind of enjoy and relax. And so even though I don't have the stitch regulator going on this one, if we just keep the movement and the stitch consistent, we get to the same place. So if you don't have, I mean, I would absolutely love to have a sit down. I have the long arm on a frame, but I would love to have that Q.
You have the Q24 on a frame. On the 14, you have the largest frame too, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I talked to my husband last night about the Q16, and he laughed and said, "Where would you put it, dear?"
And we had already discussed this, hadn't we, Sue Ellen?
Yes, we did. So she had suggested, well, you have a spare bedroom. How about under the window in the spare bedroom? So I'm working with him.
I think it's going to be a go, guys.
So there's a place for everything. You know, you can
sell the couch otherwise, right?
Well, right now you walk into our front door and it's my studio is right there. So,
but what a lovely studio.
Yeah, I'm very lucky. So you just enjoy, relax, have fun quilting, and you can quilt your own quilts. And to make these pop, to make the appliques pop, then I come in close. But that's the way it goes.
And then while we're doing this, we can discuss the world troubles and make peace for the world.
Or you can talk about the next items that are for sale.
Oh, well, that too. What? Are we doing that at the Greater Wisconsin Quilt Show? We're selling things?
I know that I bought some things. that 40. Mad 40 is awesome.
Use the Mad 40 coupon, everyone.
Mad 40 coupon. So don't forget to take advantage of that. Now, I know we're almost out of time, but I can't stress enough how much we love what Bernina put together. The problem that happened, and I really stress this because a lot of people aren't telling people about this. I heard about this pretty quickly. We ordered these, quite a bit of them, because we knew right away that this was going to be the best package that they've ever put together. Now, this machine is coming with the 480. It's coming with the luggage. It's coming with the LindaZ's VIP card. It's coming with the clubs.
Can I zoom in on the large screen too, Nikki, real quick?
Look at that. It's just
let me pretty.
Really a pretty. Just the engraving on it, just done so well. There we go.
Okay, so look how large that screen. Put your finger near it just to show them how large the screen is. It is wonderfully large. You can see very well. Me with my glasses, I need this larger screen. So it's a wonderful, wonderful
and
tool.
And besides all those features, you're getting the OESD designs. The Ann Lauer designs are coming with this. That is just such a crucial thing. The 60 months financing, you can finance it if you do need to. You are going to pay under $200. How about under $170? It's unheard
a month
of.
Per month?
Per month. That you must.
That's doable.
Get your
I'm sorry, but
money
that's really doable.
On this before Monday. You will not. You probably. You're kind of waiting almost too long.
Well, that's when our 60-month financing goes away.
Is
Monday.
So
yep.
I just can't stress enough about the fact that if you're really thinking about this, if you're thinking it for Christmas or for next year, or you're going to retire soon and this is your retirement package, do it now. And I really mean that. Do it now. I want to recap some of the things that we've done in the whole 3 days. I was just over in our Notions booth, and I just want to thank some of you too who have been over in that booth and have used our 30% off coupon there. You have supported us for all the months from now through the end of till now. And what Debbie's holding over here, we're going to be giving away a machine next week. Anybody who signed up on our website that's how you would receive a tab,
an entry.
And that way you will get this machine. Somebody is, and the odds are really, really good of you winning it. So we just hope that you don't forget about that, because you will be notified right away when we draw it.
Don't tell all your friends. I mean, I'll tell all your friends.
And the other thing that I want to make sure that you know with this package is that 60 months is 0% interest. All of the feet, all of the luggage that you have seen.
An embroidery unit for this one?
We don't have the little stand. I mean, there's so much we didn't even put out here because we had to change this set every single time in between. We have 4 muscle ladies here that are just going back
and a couple
forth.
Muscle men too.
That's for exercise.
Yes,
it is, right. It was a good one. So I really want to stress, don't wait. We have all these phones set up. We have phones in our warehouse. We have at least 6 here. We have quite a few over at our store too. Again, I hope you're going to be able to get some really, really wonderful things. That's a door prize? 3 extra. Oh,
okay, so we're going to do 3 door prizes.
Well,
wow.
And let me recap. There are, first of all, we have a Ricky Tim seminar coming in April.
April 30th and May 1st, right, Trace?
Okay, great.
Okay, come on in, Trace.
I'm sure he'll be here.
Thank you, Sue Ellen. Thank you.
We just wrapped up our Notion booth. It was so much fun, you guys. We cannot.
Wait a minute. We're fun too.
Oh, I know you're fun. We can hear you laughing, and you can hear us laughing. But
So,
the Ricky Tim's is April 30th and May 1st, and we would just love to have you. It's active and live on our website right now. You might have to scroll down to 2021.
There aren't that many seats going to be available, but if there are a couple, join us. And
Now, training. I want to emphasize that we haven't been around for 53 plus years without support for you. And I really mean that. You supported us. We can't thank you enough for all of your support. And we really mean that. These are the 2 young ladies that are going to be taking over from me. Although
thank you for the young. It's like, okay.
I'm not leaving, but I'm certainly not doing as much as they are now. And they also want to thank you because they love this business.
We do.
You know, when you've got a passion for it.
And then Nikki, you want to come in and say hi?
Yeah,
Nikki,
come on.
and Amy, come on,
Shout out
come
to
on.
our camera
So this
crew.
is
Yeah.
Nicholas, my son, and Amy, Nikki's girlfriend, and we're our photography team.
It is
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
Oh,
Don't hide behind Linda. Come on. Awesome.
40 plus hours and
Oh.
the 24
Just
hours
a
every day.
little bit of stress, not too much stress at all for these
they
guys.
are professional photographers.
That we
She
did
has
not
her
get
own
a power
business.
surge or internet didn't break down.
That
Because the
was-
week before we lost power, we lost
Yeah,
internet.
very-
All those prayers paid off, right?
Yeah. So don't forget, last little thing, October 1st is a major price increase with Bernina. You've probably all heard about the dollar value and what's happened over there. So these machines will go up, not if you've got your deposit down. $500 down will hold the deposit on these machines. And I guarantee, right, John, our rep is here.
John,
if
come on
they-
in. John.
Yeah.
No? He's the tech. He's the tech if it breaks down.
Oh, we have to do 3
if
giveaways.
they
Okay.
Okay,
get
Nikki's
their
going to do the
deposit
giveaways.
in
Amy, you want?
on
Okay,
this,
thank you,
they
Amy and
will
Nikki.
get it, right, John?
Sure. Yes,
they will get it if
The
they
first
do
one
their
will be the
deposit.
bobbin and the zircle, bobbin saver and the
Wait, I
zircle.
got to do a shout out. Do you see this sold here? This is
Yeah, we see
Sandy.
it sold.
And
Nikki,
I held one for Joy. Joy, just so you know, I honestly did hold it for you. Okay? And Sandy bought one already. And there's a couple of others. They didn't want me to make their name known, but thank you guys.
Okay, so
let's
first
do
wheel.
this.
We are going to
Okay.
do this as our first giveaway right now.
So zircle is a magnetic pin holder. It's very, very strong pin holder and a bobbin holder. So here we go. Drum roll, please. Who's gonna win it?
And the winner is. This is so fun to
Come
It
on,
is exciting.
let's do it.
Pamela Atchison. Yay, Pamela.
You're gonna love them.
Awesome. Okay.
And we have another of these. This is great. We
This
gave
we
her
have-
these
This is our
already.
last set, which
Oh,
is amazing.
I
Yeah.
love this.
What's in the set, Tracy?
Well,
Okay,
and
so
you
we have
should
a
get
pocket
these.
guide for needles, for all needles, and then we have a thing of quilting needles and a brush and
want this.
cloth set that cleans your machine, and then
Yay.
a
Glue.
basting glue. So
Awesome.
Yep.
Wonderful package.
So-
Okay, so drum roll, please.
Woohoo, it's going to be the winner. Come on. We appreciate your staying all this time. Wow, this is great. Okay, we didn't know how this was going to be. It's so full of fun.
Marilyn Winiger.
Okay, now we
So
did.
excited.
We have
One last prize or giving away a
This is
big
the
book of
big
serging.
one. Thank you, Mr. John. This is a over $100 book. Doesn't matter what serger you have. And if you don't have a serger, once you read this book, you will want one. Okay. All right, let's do the
Let's
last
do the
one.
last
Here we go.
winner of the day.
Come on. All right, who's going to be the winner?
Winner, chicken dinner.
One.
Dawn Householder. Woohoo! Bravo, Dawn. Way to go.
Wisconsin.
Give us a call.
Yeah,
We
right.
have one for you.
And any of this is
you
available at
so
the Mad
much,
30.
everyone.
And this
I-
one at the Mad 40. If you want to buy that, you can buy
wow.
that. We are going to draw the machine winner
Why?
next,
Yes, so they can
Week
start
after
not next
Monday.
Friday, but the Monday, which
a
is,
week
can
from
someone look,
Monday. A
can
week
someone
from
look on
Monday.
the,
A week from Monday, we will be drawing the.
because Nikki's on vacation, guys. That's why we can't do it next
The cool
Friday.
thing is they get 8 more
A
days. to
very
put-
well-deserved
but
vacation.
they get 8 more days to put their giveaway form in there for that,
Yes,
right?
Okay.
Okay,
All
so
right, get your
So-
Get your
sign up. If you've been signing up on our website, you can sign up for the free machine.
this is the machine again,
Okay,
everyone. It's a
everyone.
Burnett
Again,
33.
We're gonna sign off. We want to thank you again. Let's give them a real big
Thank you. Call us for machines. We are still available on the
and
toll-free number.
One last thing.
Absolutely, we're still
through-
here through tomorrow.
Through tomorrow is the discount codes for the Mad 40 and Mad 30. And they can't be combined, but you can do 2 separate orders. And then if that adds up to over $99, you have free shipping on those.
So if they didn't get, they can do curbside pickup, and then even if it's
Yes,
UPS, we'll do the
yes.
UPS later. So if they
Exactly.
want to do 2 separate baskets, they do
Yes.
that.
Yep.
Isn't that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. It's all on the website.
Awesome.
Again.
Bye.
See you next year.
Hear you on the
in
phone. We'll be
person.
listening to you on the phone. Okay.